Good afternoon. So I'm at Newberry Hill Heritage Park. So here's the map. And we are doing this section. Parking lot. I've actually never seen this many people here. Like, the parks are just crazy busy. Wow. I don't know if they're doing clearing or what. There's a lot of branches down. Huh. But this is a fun park. There's actually a lot of trails here and a lot of variety. So we'll come back and do the other part someday when it's sunny. This part has the big trees. The other part isn't bad. It has like more ponds and marsh areas. But it's not raining today. Yeah, they've definitely, looks like they went through and cleared the underbrush. And it's 44 degrees. Wow, I hope they didn't do this in the whole park. It definitely looks different. Oh yeah, they're definitely driving something. You can see some big tractor went through here. That's too bad. Ugh. So we're gonna do the big cedar trail. Wow, so whoever did this, I mean, it would have taken them weeks by the look of it. It's kind of sad. It doesn't look very nice. Sure, it helps for the fire danger, and I wonder if they were getting rid of invasive stuff. I don't know. It just looks so bare now. Jeez. I can't imagine. I mean, someone just drove a giant bulldozer through here, basically. Wow. So this park is just outside of Silverdale, Washington. Well, hopefully, it'd be nice if they picked up the all the branches and stuff. But whether they do or not, you can see the tracks they made there. It's a swamp now. Whether they pick them up or not, I hope ferns or something grows back. I've just never seen this done at a park before, ever. I mean, look at that. I wonder if they had so at a park by our house, they have a tree rot problem. I wonder if they had that here. So they had to get more sunshine in, maybe. I don't know. That poor tree just got bulldozed. I mean, look at that. Wow. Whole trees down over here. Of course, that looks like some dead trees. I have to definitely figure out what's going on. Look at that. Just looks so ugly. Ugh. Wow. You can see where where they drove. They made like swampy areas, like pushing down the dirt because it's so wet here. Just made big holes. This must have taken all summer if they did this whole park. Ugh. All right, I'm gonna quit complaining. I'm just amazed at what happened. Ah, these look like rhododendron. At least they saved them. Yeah, they are. Wild rhododendron. Now that would be neat if rhododendron took hold with the extra sunlight. See, they left some rhododendron over there. Then they have some trees with blue paint on them. Wonder if they plan on cutting those down later. All right, so I'm going to show you, we got to the boundary. That's where they clear cut it, bulldozed it. And this is what the park used to look like. Very green. Ugh. I hope they don't ruin this part. You know, it had bushes, some undergrowth, a lot more shaded. So that says timber harvest boundary. Are you serious? Were they really harvesting timber? Ah, jeez. That's horrible. I thought this was a park, not a timber company land. I mean, look at this. This is what back there used to look like. Of course, I did remember reading something about some of these parks. It's actually how they fund them, unfortunately, by allowing logging on part of them. But I mean, look at this. Look how nice this is. And that's how that whole area back there used to look like this. Sad. All right, so not sure which way to go. Haven't been here in a while. Let's try this way. Actually, yeah, we'll try this way. I will see you in a bit. All right, we're on the Beaver Loop Trail. I mean, look at that massive tree there. Actually, I don't know if you can see it. It's in between the two trees in front of me. So I think this goes to the road. It says loop though. So we're gonna try it and see. Oh, I can see the pond. So some of these trees on my right even have ribbons on them. I hope they're not gonna do this area next. We gotta stop them. You can probably, I don't know if you can see them. I don't know if those are the trees they're gonna cut down. Okay, good. This is the right trail. So if I keep going straight, it goes to the road. But, wow, see, I don't even know where this trail came from. So, Little Creek, we are going this way. So, sometimes there's a lot of water to cross down here, so I'm hoping there's a bridge or some logs he used to be able to. Oh, they have a new bridge. Wow. So when I came here a year or two ago, you had to cross this on logs. Now this is really nice. There's been a lot of changes at this park since I've been here. Wow. It's a nice bridge. Really nice. I wonder if they just did it this summer. So there is the Beaver Pond. So we're gonna walk around it. Wow. I wonder if they re-engineered this creek because there's a lot of water there now. And those are some of the logs you used to walk on right there, actually. Wow, pretty neat. So I'm hoping to go to one more park after this. There's a preserve in Bremerton that I want to check out, and we'll probably go back to it. There's tons of trails there. All right, we're on a little access road in the park now for forest management, and thinking about doing the Beaver Pond trail. There's a trail off to the right too that zigzags around and loops, but the Beaver Pond trail is nice. Oh, so here it is. So on the right, it's called Wolf Ridge. So I'm on the old timber trail now. Yeah, the Wolf Ridge is fun. We'll do that another day. For now, we're into the Beaver Loop. And then we'll do a really neat trail by the school. It's a loop, super big trees. Hopefully they didn't cut any there. And then probably save the rest of this park for another day. And we'll head on to the next stop. But you can see these trees. This is the stuff that grows back when you cut down the pine trees. It's a deciduous tree. I want to say it might be a birch tree. I'm not really sure. But they're all crappy, rotten. You know, you can see how they grow sideways and fall over. They're not very nice. So this area basically was logged at some point. You can tell. See some more red ribbons on my left. And blue spray painted on the trees. Yeah, I'll have to do some research and find out how much of this park they plan on harvesting. So yesterday I went to Cabela's in Lacey, Washington, and finally found an Oregon atlas with all of the roads and campgrounds and things on it. Been looking all over all summer. And then I tried to go to Nisqually Wildlife Preserve. So busy, you couldn't even find a parking spot. I couldn't believe it. Probably 100 cars there, maybe 150 cars there. It was a lot. Never seen that place that busy before, not even close. But it was nice yesterday. Everybody in Seattle was out basically. It was crazy. So here, what was there, probably a dozen cars, maybe 15. And that's a lot for here. Like normally you come here, you might see a handful, 4 or 5 cars. That's it. But it's big enough here that I still haven't seen one person yet, which is nice. I almost didn't want to walk at the preserve yesterday if I would found a parking spot. There were just too many people there. Lots of kids. So when I was in line at Cabela's, I actually changed lines because people in front of me had like 4 kids not wearing masks and touching everything. And I'm like, yeah, I don't want to be near anywhere they've been. So I got in the line next to me. Today I found some more gloves finally. So every time I get diesel or gas, I always put a glove on so I don't have to touch the pumps. And that way I don't have to worry about washing my hands or anything. It's also nice, it keeps the diesel gas smell off of you too from all the drippage that goes on. So I might always wear a glove now when I pump diesel, even when COVID's over. And I found some really nice gloves at Fred Meyer that they don't have any powder in them, so your hands don't smell like latex powder after you remove them, because that was kind of irritating also. Like these gloves, you take them off, you never know you put it on. But supposed to have, I think, in the next 5 days, 4 days of solid rain. So hoping to get out at least 2 or 3 days. The one decent day, that's just rain showers. And then hopefully one of the 2 other days I might actually go up to the snow, since it's going to be raining in the lowlands, and test out the 4-wheel drive, maybe take snowshoes. Oh, and I got chains. I bought some tire chains at Les Schwab, and because they're required for Mount Rainier. Oh, here's a puppy. All right, so that dog, once I started talking to the lady, he got all excited, and I thought he could jump up on me at that point, so he did once. He looked like a nice dog though. So this is an area where they probably cut 3, 4, 5 years ago, if I had to guess. And I honestly don't think it really does any good, because look at the Scotch broom growing. So the lady I was talking to said they did all that over the summer, and she talked to a ranger, and they do it to help, maintain the health of the forest. Well, to me, this looks worse than before, when you have Scotch broom, I think it's Scotch broom it's called, growing, because that's invasive. So they're supposedly clearing invasive stuff, but they're allowing new invasive stuff to take its place. So I don't really understand. I mean, that's really thick, that stuff, and it gets yellow flowers and spreads like wildfire. So I don't know. I honestly think they're doing it for the money, just to get some money to help maintain this park, unfortunately, because it is a county park, I believe. And I thought, from reading, timber company basically donated it, I thought, a long time ago, but I could be wrong about that. But timber company, a lot of the land in this area is owned by timber companies. There's a couple big ones. Like, surprisingly, how much of Kitsap County is basically logging land. You don't know that when you just drive on the highway and go from Port Orchard to Bremerton to Silverdale, Poolsbo. You don't realize that, because that's where all the people live. You get on the back roads and it's pretty desolate and not many roads. So it'll be interesting to see how it looks in a few years, I guess. Quit my harping. At least the next park we're going to. Here's the Wolf Ridge Connector Trail. Next park we go to, I'm pretty sure they don't cut anything. It's all pretty old growth. It looks really dark in there. We drove by it, around it. But I will see you in a bit. Hopefully when we get to the Beaver Pond, I will get some footage of it. I think there's a little bridge we walk over again on the other end. All right, so we're at the southern end of the Beaver Pond. Walked around half of it, and there's a little boardwalk path to get over the creek. Fortunately, we can't see the pond. Creek is pretty dry though. This is a really fun park. We need to come here more often. It's only about 15 miles from our house. So I basically got 32 miles a gallon in the truck coming here. This car got 38 miles a gallon. But so when I was on the flat road for the first 10 miles, going 60, basically got 35 miles a gallon, which is amazing, I think. The gas mileage in that diesel truck is just awesome. All right, so this, Bobcat Run. So basically, I mean, if you're going 60 in flat terrain, you can go 700 miles on a tank of gas in that truck. 35 times 20 gallons, which is really good. Usually in our car, I mean, I wouldn't drive it to empty, but when I do the math for our car we traded in, it was at best 620 miles if you drove it to empty and got 40 miles a gallon. So it had like a 16-gallon tank, I want to say. I think we're up to 600 miles on the truck. You can see how thick. So maybe they're, I mean, I like it thick like this, but maybe they're going to clear all this out too. I don't know. They got red flags again. Here. This stuff is, it might be invasive. It grows very well. Yeah, I think they are going to come down here. There's red ribbons. Or actually, they already did it to my left, it looks like. Well, 10 feet over, I think they did. So I left a little buffer, so we don't have to look at it, at least for now. Oh, there's a roadie. Lots of wild roadies. That one's got little buds on it almost. So we want to do a lot more hiking this spring and actually see them bloom in the wild. We did it last year once, only once. It is really neat. Oh gosh, there's tons of roadies here. Yeah, they're all over. Look at this, they're solid in here. And they're tall. That is neat. Oh wow. This is roadie central right here. There must be 20 feet tall. So they did clear in there over to here. But look at how tall. These are all rhododendron. Very neat. Wow. I don't remember so many roadies here. Call them roadies. Hopefully everyone's having a good holiday between Christmas and New Year's. I know some places it's snowing, and I wish we'd get some snow on the lowlands, but I think we'll go to Crystal Mountain in the next week, or Hurricane Ridge even, to see the snow. We need to get some snowshoeing in. Oh, I have to take my wife's cross-country skis in and get them tuned up. She hasn't used them in a decade. They got kind of rusty. Oh, there you go. So everything clear cut. All right, I will see you in a bit. Gonna get through this mud hole. I gotta say this again, but look how ugly this looks. They basically put a road through here to get over there. I mean, look at that. That's their road. It's horrible, horrible, horrible. I don't like it. I mean, that thing was, whenever I was driving here, it was big. They must have had multiple things driving through here. So you can see some of the trees. There's 4 trees that cut down just right here, right? 4 stumps. So they were cutting down live trees for sure. Not just dead ones or underbrush. I guess that's what a timber harvest is. God, another road. That is just ugly. Look at that. Alright, try not to complain. This is the first time I've ever went to a park anywhere in the world and seen them actively harvesting the trees. Never seen it before, ever in my life. I guess I didn't realize they did it. I mean, look at that. It's just horrible. I just hope they know what they're doing, but I don't know if anyone knows what they're doing anymore. It's all for profit. All right, no more ranting, no more raving. Back to the fun. Oh my God, here's another one. I just can't. I can't get away from the destruction, I guess. All right, we're gonna find an area they didn't touch, I hope. So the area I'm trying to get to is a loop, and it's very in the middle of this side of the park, and the trees are huge, so I really hope they haven't touched that. I should be there in 15 minutes maybe, but I will see you in a bit. Hope they come back and do something about the roads, make it look more natural. Probably won't. This is probably it. I will definitely have to come back in a few years if we're here still and show you what it looks like. We'll see if it's better. They just cut this whole area down. They must have had this closed while they were doing this. Can't imagine it open for hiking. There was a lot of activity going on. Alright, so Deer Loop. Oh my God. I did cut it. Deer Loop used to be the best. Wow, that's too bad. When I walked this before, there were owls in here. You can hear owls hooting. You couldn't see anything. This was just all filled in. Now it's ruined. Jeez. Wow. This was my favorite part of the park before they cut half of it down. Wow. That is sad. I mean, you used to be able to do this trail and you couldn't see anything. Now you don't even feel like you're on a trail. Oh my God, and this road didn't used to be here. So this road, they totally made this road. Wow. This is must be the main road to get the logs in and out. Wow. Unbelievable. Yeah, I don't know if they're done here either. There's still flags up. Here's a bridge that's flooded now because the creek isn't draining properly anymore. Oh, this is not gonna be fun. Whew. That water was a foot deep if I would have went in it. So they put a little flag up, wetland delineation. So that's all the buffer they need for wetlands. 20 feet. Shoot, I wish our creek was like that. I'm pretty sure it's 200 feet for us. I guess there's different rules in this park. Same county. Wow. Oh my god, this is another road, major road. So ugly. Yeah, there's no trees left here. I mean, they cut everything down. It doesn't even look like the same park anymore. I hope so. The other side of the park, I hope they didn't touch it. Of course, that side had been touched before because it has smaller trees. And oh, here, this is the side that had the big old growth, and now it's gone. And it was super thick. Wow. So these roads are just crazy. I mean, they put in full-blown Forest Service roads. So you can see off to the right in front of me here how thick it is and dark. That's how this whole park, this whole side used to look like that. And now you're lucky to have this or worse. Like I can see a glimpse of the road and the school grounds. You used to not be able to see that. Like you were totally in the woods. I just can't believe they logged this section. They could have left this part. I mean, this is what made the park, I thought. This is why I like to come here. Harvest boundary. Wow. All I can say is apparently we did take all summer to do this, and probably had hundreds of truckloads of wood going out of here. Yeah, you can see the road there. That used to be like you didn't even know you were that close to the road before. Huh. That's weird. Guess I have to rename this trail. Not really the deer trail anymore. There ain't gonna be any deer in here. I think we'll go back to the road after this loop and get out of here for now. I don't want to even see what they did to the other side. I hope they didn't touch it. Look at that. And this is a brand new road. Never existed before the summer. This is solid trees. Look at that. just decimated. Look at the roadies. How many roadies did they cut down and flatten? I mean, this is 25 feet tall. And roadies take forever to grow. They're very slow. There's a nice rhododendron farm on the west side of Hood Canal. I have to take you to it in the spring. It's amazing. Most amazing nursery I've ever seen. They basically have their plants actually growing in the ground, and they dig them up when you buy them. Like, they're not growing in a pot. It's really neat. Can't remember the name of the place right now though. This is horrible. Well, hopefully they had that rot problem here. I hope they didn't just do it just from what the lady said. Hopefully it was, oh my god. I don't know if I can get across this, but I can. Hope it was absolutely necessary. Oh, that was fun. They basically altered the drainage in there with their roads. Now the water is ponding. Oh, look at this. You can see all the stumps cut. Here they cut down these trees right on the trail. 3 right there. Ah, they left this guy luckily, but the one next to it, gone. Jeez. Couldn't imagine seeing the activity going on when they were doing all this. So normally when you drive by areas that are cut for timber in Washington, they go back and they pick all of the branches up and the broken stuff and they put it in burn piles. So that way the floor is all clean, you know, and things grow back. Hopefully this all grows back. Something grows back besides weeds. I don't know. I think it's kind of hard to grow through branches lying on the ground. Or a little tree. Be nice if they planted little trees like they do in timber harvest areas. Actually, I'd be amazed if they do that. It'd make me happy. Come back and see tens of thousands of trees planted in there, like little trees. So we're walking toward the school road now. I really want to see what their access point looked like.